Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, 'tis I, ChrissieGirl, and welcome to part 7 of my Sonic 06 playthrough Silver story. And we're getting ready to fight the Egg Genesis. Now, I already mentioned it in an earlier part in the playthrough, but it seems appropriate to mention it again since we're about to fight the Egg Genesis. But I got it all wrong in the Sonic boss fight. I gave completely bad advice. I bitched and moaned about a glitch which really, well, I bitched and moaned because I couldn't always attack a particular point of the boss, but that turned out that wasn't the part of the boss I was supposed to attack. With Sonic's boss fight against Egg Genesis, you're meant to home in attack the robots when the arms come down, like he has done here, and you're meant to run along the top of the arm and then use the bounce attack on top of the robot. You're not actually supposed to attack the bottom of the robot. So I do apologise, I got that one completely wrong. You are, however, supposed to attack the bottom of the robot with silver. I have no idea why they made that part even remotely attackable in Sonic's stage. I really don't know what was going on there. I'm assuming it's a glitch. But yeah. With silver, basic strategy, pick up things, throw them. Straightforward. Ah, fuck. It's not a hard boss. A little bit tedious, but not hard. But yeah, at least I've clarified once and for all. I did get Sonic's boss wrong. I did offer bad advice. Don't follow the advice in that video. If you have, then I do apologise. I made it a lot more difficult for you than really it needed to be. But still, Sonic should not have been able to attack that bit. Perhaps more evidence that the game is unfinished, as well as evidence that I cannot fucking game very well. But yeah. This is okay for a boss. It's not my favourite. It does get a little bit tedious with the constant having to pick things up and throw them, but it's better than some of the other bosses, I'll give it that. I've played far worse bosses than this one. I think I was trying to get some rings. There we go. But yeah, Silver attacks the bottom of Egg Genesis. Sonic attacks the top of Egg Genesis by homing attacking up some robots. I'll probably, you're probably sick of me repeating myself now, but I'm just kicking myself. I knew the bounce attack probably had to come in use somewhere on that robot. I know I just feel like a right idiot for not knowing about that. I mean, I highly doubt anybody else would have got that fucked up. Just out of interest, did anyone else fuck that up and think you actually had to attack the bottom instead of attacking the top? If no one replies, I'm going to assume that I probably was the only one. Unless, of course, no one replies anyway. But hey-ho, that happens. But anyway, this boss is easy to take out. Just, fling missiles and boxes at the orange bit on the bottom. When you've taken out his health, he's going to try and, dive into you. Just run away from him and he'll never hit you. And I think I still got a C rank. But hey ho, I'm not in it for the ranks. I'm in it just to say, hey ho, I'm a crappy gamer. Look at me. Gold medal. But anyway, that was Silver's third boss. We still have 2 more bosses to take out. If you've played Sonic and Shadow stories already, you'll know exactly who we're going to face next. As for the final boss, I'm giving nothing away. Though you probably already have a good idea, judging by some commentary I left earlier. But anyway.
Keep it as a lucky charm.
So yeah, the Chaos Emeralds is now supposed to impose a miracle when you collect all 7.
Transforms your thoughts.
Well, if you classify the miracle, you know, as Sonic turning Super Sonic or Shadow turning Super Shadow, then fair enough. But anyway, we're going to leave Silver and Blaze for a little bit and go back to Amy. Because of course, her gameplay is so much fun. You simply cannot have enough of it. Well, to be fair, this is the last time we're going to play as her in Silver Story. You know, thank fuck, really. I do not like playing as Amy. She's the worst character in the game, next to Knuckles. Yes, I hate Knuckles' gameplay just as much as Amy's in this game. They're both slow and they need to get up close to their enemies, and I dislike that. So anyway, Amy actually helps Elise escape at one point. Where the hell is this supposed to take place in Sonic's story? I do not know. I'm going to guess maybe that this takes place in the future. What, you know, while Sonic and Shadow are in the future, I should say. But anyway, Amy and Elise actually do some girl talk now. And you can see there in that little zoom up thing just how orange Elise's legs are and just how white the top half of her body is. Either she uses too much tanning lotion on her legs or she's half what's it.
So I decided to heed his advice.
You wouldn't happen to have some feelings for this person, would you?
Oh, Amy, you have no idea. She's after your bloke, Amy. And that Dazzle effect is stupid.
So what does this guy look like? Have you already been on a
So who are you going to screw? Oh my god, I screwed the princess.
So cute.
I think I'm going to get in the Guinness World Book of Records.
Look, you're a princess.
That one came from another fan dub I did with my friend Anthony a few years ago. They were daft, but it was fun.
I wish us both luck.
I don't think Amy realises that... Well, she doesn't. She doesn't realise that Elise is after her fella. I think if she did, Amy would be knocking Elise's head off with the Pico Pico hammer by now. Amy is the Iblis trigger. So yeah, this is another town mission. Defeat the pursuers and escort Elise. This mission is a great waste of time because, as we all know, Elise has a thing for getting kidnapped. So as soon as you beat this mission, she's gonna get her ass kidnapped again. So what's the bloody point? And this mission is all about defeating all the enemies. And I mentioned before, you have to get up close to enemies with Amy. And well, there's like a so much delay, like a 1 second delay from when you hit the button to when she actually attacks. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse. I do not like playing as Amy. Stun the enemies makes it so much easier, and then they can't attack you back. Ah, fuck. This mission is straightforward. I just do not like it. Attack the big red one, and it takes a whole lot of them out. Less faffing around, eh? Who wants to faff around when you're playing as Amy Rose? That one takes out those two quickly and easily. And then I think it's just one enemy on the bridge here. That takes a couple of hits. But yeah. Last time we're going to be seeing Amy Rose in Silver Story. Hooray! No more playing as that slow bitch. So yeah, once you've beaten that stage, it's another loading screen, and then we get to see Elise get kidnapped again in a whole new way. How many times is it now that Elise has been kidnapped? And what's worse, she's been kidnapped at her own castle. Why don't you hire some bodyguards, Elise? Like, you know.
Finally, I've been waiting so patiently for you to return, Princess.
Why the fuck would you go back to your castle anyway? Obviously, Eggman's gonna look for you there. He's not stupid. He has an IQ of 300. Or so he says. She just has such an affinity for getting kidnapped. What's the point? But anyway, we're back with Silver and Blaze now. And they run into Shadow Recolor Mephiles. Noah will not stop calling him a Shadow Recolor because he is a fucking Shadow Recolor. Even if in the plot he actually isn't, and there is a perfectly good reason why he looks like Shadow, I'm still going to call him a Shadow Recolor. Because I can. I'm a bitch like that.
Your future will remain the same. Forever. He's currently at the
So that's that.
It's now or never if you want this.
I don't understand why Mephiles just didn't kill Sonic for himself. Why he has to send Silver to do it. It's like, oh, this job is just too beneath me. You do it, little lackey. But anyway, now we're heading on to Radical Train because that's where Sonic's been sighted. Obviously, he's gotten back from the future. And he's now trying to save Elise, who has just been kidnapped from her castle. Maybe Eggman put her on the train to punish her from running, for running off. Excuse me. But anyway, we get plastered straight at the entrance of the train station. However, we can't simply just get in. And I did not know what to do here. We can't just get into the station because it's blocked off, just like it was in Sonic Story. In Sonic Story, you had to use the bounce bracelet to go through the, the pipe, which has mysteriously disappeared here. And in order to get past these, you have to actually do a town mission. And I didn't quite work out what I had to do around here because I'm a lazy bitch and... Ugh. I actually forgot we had to do a town mission this time. And look at Blaze, she's not even moving. Yeah, I actually forgot that you had to actually do a town mission.
Is there a way to do this without being noticed?
And I did not know who I had to speak to do the town mission. But then I actually eventually remembered you have to pick up a power-up before you can actually do the fucking town mission. So why they plastered you in front of Radical Train, the entrance to the stage, when you actually have to go... Yeah, but it's a minute too long, and I don't really want to be playing this game any longer than necessary. See, I don't know why the game plastered you in front of Radical Train, when in actuality, where you really needed to be at that time was at the shop. And because I'm thick, with no absolute denial on my part, I am thick. Here I was trying to sneak past him. But obviously it doesn't work like that. It never has worked like that in the hub world. So I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So yeah. That's what you have to do. You have to go to the shop and buy a new power-up before you can actually take on the town mission, which will enable you to get into the station. So I'm now just talking to these fucking morons. Oh, God. It's just frustrating looking at my gameplay and realising that I just didn't have a fucking clue what to do. And then when you've beaten it, and you do know what you have to do, it's just frustrating watching your gameplay, seeing you not having a clue what to do. You just want to shout at yourself saying, you have to do this, you have to do that. Fucking go there, don't hang around there, you stupid bitch. Literally, I want to shout at myself for fucking this up. And taking so long to work out I needed to go to the shop. But seriously though, game, why plant you in front of the radical train level if you have to go to the shop? That's just cruel, making me run all the way over here and all the way back. So yeah, we need the Heart of Wind. The Heart of Wind. Ooh. Yeah. Very easy to get the achievement for having all the abilities here. Anyway, the Psychic Wind's sort of like an air dash thing. Doesn't really do much. All it really does is take out more of your meter, so to speak. So it does make you a little bit faster, but it's just, other than that, it's a waste of time. It depletes far too much of your meter too quickly. So yeah, back to this train station. And this is just cruel, having to walk all the way there and all the way back. And as soon as you enter the train area with the Heart of Wind power up, the town mission instantly starts. So basically we've got to sneak into the station while the soldiers are on their rounds. So it's actually quite straightforward. It's a sort of sneaking mission here. It comes across as being quite hard, but it's easy. Just dash, 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 dash. Easy peasy. Use the teleport dash to your advantage and you won't fuck this up. I don't remember ever fucking this one up.